I don't know that you're writing the legacy column yet, but if you were, after a Celtics win tonight, what would you write about Jason Tatum tomorrow?
You know, Andrew, my job here at the finals for The Athletic is I write our game story. So the first thing that goes up, and then we write it through, and it's the thing that sort of carries the traffic at night while we write our think pieces. But for a championship story like this, there is a narrative involved, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And I just go back to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown getting a chance now to say they are Celtic legends. I don't think there's any way you can argue it. The amount of times these two players have been to conference finals and then have gone to the finals now twice already. They're both still under the age of 30, and they're going to win a title. And so now they count. And you wonder what happens from there when they have that, the proverbial monkey off their backs, and now they're playing, I don't know if carefree is the right way to say it, but they have achieved the thing that everyone said they couldn't get. And when that happens, like how many more are to follow? Like this team is built to last. Brad Stevens has done a tremendous job. And so I start there. I start with Tatum and Brown together. When so many points in their careers, there's been suggestions made that they don't work as a pairing. And the Celtics doubled down on them and put the players around them to make this team work with those two. We have a Drew Holiday now running the show in Boston. He's a great defender, but also he can keep the cars moving on time on offense. And that has helped. Porzingis' presence has helped. And then it's kind of allowed Jaylen and Jason to be a little bit better themselves in crunch time. So that's where I start. And, it's funny. I mean, some of your people know that I'm from Cleveland. I've covered a lot of Cavs games in my career. I've actually covered more Celtic playoff games in Boston than I've covered playoff games in Cleveland now. So that's a testament to how dominant they've been over these 10 years. And you have to suspect that there's a lot more to follow.
I love the Al Horford angle as well. That's got to be part of your game story tomorrow.
I think so. I mean, he's the oldest player. Not oldest is the wrong word. I think he's played the most games without winning a finals to then finally win one. And if you think about the way that LeBron dominated the East for so long, and you think about all the different players whose careers that affected, certainly Tatum and Brown, the beginning of their careers, no question. You think about Kyle Lowry, and you think about DeMar DeRozan in Toronto. You think about even going all the way back to the first part of the century, like he ended the Detroit dynasty, and so on and so forth. But Horford was as impacted by LeBron as any player in the Eastern Conference, because in that span from 15 through 18, while LeBron was in the East with the Cavs, Horford was on the Hawks teams, and then he was on the Celtics teams that kept getting bounced in the playoffs. So for him to kind of endured everything that he has, and then he returned to this team in the city, couldn't get it done against the Warriors. So here they are now, and he's on the precipice. And so, yes, absolutely a wonderful story.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.